Trotters are on the track for race one. Exactus tries first half of the double. One is Changing Lanes over the Whippoorwill stable. Bill Irvin drives. Two is Joy's Last Girl, owned by Larry Joe Nybert, Ed Bibler. Three, Hand Over to Money Honey, is owned by Gregory Hartsook. Owner changed to Gregory Hartsook. John Collins drives. Four is Wigwam Warrior, owned by Rosenstock, Reeser and Reeser. Robert Reeser in the bike. Five, Prism Hanover is owned by Edwin Harwood and Michael Knights. Chip Noble. Six, Grand Copper Top, owned by Jerry Grant, Dan Noble. Seven is Bob Key's Max Crown K and Jeff Out. Eight is a Royal Decree, owned by Charles Rainier with Brad Miller. Nine, California Winner, owned by Richardson Racing Stable, Dick Richardson Jr. And the 10 is Rick, owned by Robert Slowey with Jamie Dunlap. 6 minutes. In the backstretch, off-stride the 10, Rick, off-stride the 8, a Final Decree, and it looks to be a slow start for the 9, California Winner. They're off. With speed from between horses, it's Wigwam Warrior. Wigwam Warrior in close company with Grand Copper Top. There's Max Crown K on the far outside. Hand Over to Money Honey is in the top grouping as well. Followed by Joy's Last Girl, who finds a seat at the pylons in fifth. Length and a half back to Changing Lanes. Prism Hanover tucks in behind that one. And then it's 7 lengths more to California Winner and much farther back to a Royal Decree. As they move around to the top of the stretch for the first time and fronting the field, it is Dan Noble and Grand Copper Top, 29 and 2. Moving past the stands for the first time, Grand Copper Top, but here's Max Crown K looking to circle around him and take the lead as they approach the clubhouse turn. That top pair has opened up 7 lengths on Wigwam Warrior, who is laying off the tempo tonight in third. First to pull, Hand Over to Money Honey is on the outside fourth, but well off the lead. Then a span of 4 more back to Joy's Last Girl, 5 farther back, and we get Changing Lanes, followed by Prism Hanover, then 3 more to Rick, followed by California Winner, and the distant trailer remains a Royal Decree. Now going on to run the 3-horse Hand Over to Money Honey, 59 and 4, trotting down the backstretch. Your tempo setter remains the classy Max Crown K. It's a length and a quarter. Grand Copper Top is second. Now Wigwam Warrior edges to the outside, coming with a bid from third. 2 lengths back, Joy's Last Girl draws a closer fourth. 5 lengths more, and we get Changing Lanes, followed by the trio of California Winner, Rick, and Prism Hanover, 3/4, 1:30 and 4. Midway through the far turn, Max Crown K continues to lead it, being pursued by Grand Copper Top on the inside. Wigwam Warrior trying to rally on the outside. 3 back to Joy's Last Girl, but they have Max Crown K to run down in the final 8th mile. He's leading it by a length and a half. Grand Copper Top down to the inside, followed by Wigwam Warrior trotting up on the outside. Max Crown K is desperate. Wigwam Warrior on the outside. Wigwam Warrior gets up for the win. Tight photo for second, maybe Grand Copper Top over Max Crown K. Four, 6 exacta returns $39 even. Try 4, 6, 7, $84 even. Back to the winner's circle for the first time. It's Wigwam Warrior, a 3-year-old son of Prince Pine from With a Flourish by Speedy Somali, owned by the partnership of Rosenstock and Reeser of Florida, trained and driven by Robert Reeser. 201 for Wigwam Warrior. Time Alley, owned by Everman and Trout, Jeff Out. 2 Shilling is owned by Henry and Sally Jasevchik, Mark Evers. 3 Caviart Brooklyn is owned by the Caviart Farms, Del S. Miller drives. 4 is Polo Jen, owned by Little and Stockwell, Jack Daly. 5, She's Elegant is owned by Ann Klotz and Janet Darr, Debbie Day. 6, Keystone XL is owned by Douglas Millard with Jamie Dunlap. 7, Tis Now by Kathleen Borchers, Dean Collins. And the 8 is Magic Alice, owned by Ken Cohen and Pacey Midland. Brad Miller drives, post time 7 minutes. Second race field lined up in the backstretch, and there they go. They're off. She's Elegant is first away. Now Polo Jen drives through to her inside, and Polo Jen grabs the lead as they enter the turn. She's Elegant is parked out in second, followed by Keystone XL pacing on early from 3 deep. There goes Keystone XL up after the lead. Caviar Brooklyn is a prominent fourth, length and a half back to Good Time Alley, followed by Shilling Tis Now and Magic Alice, and going off stride while challenging for the lead, Keystone XL, and She's Elegant now makes the front end as they reach the opening quarter. In 29 seconds flat, She's Elegant is now the pace setter by a length, but here comes Caviar Brooklyn making an early move, and Caviar Brooklyn just glides on by She's Elegant as they pass under the wire with 5/8 to go. Polo Jen is back to the pylons in third. Good Time Alley is an up close fourth. 2 back, Shilling is fifth. 2.5 more to Tis Now, followed by Magic Alice, and then it's about 7 lengths back to Keystone XL back on gate, but well gapped out from the rest of the field. Caviar Brooklyn is now putting up the fractions and sprints away from She's Elegant. 59-2. It's Caviar Brooklyn by 3 lengths. Good Time Alley coming after her on the outside in second, followed by She's Elegant third, gap of 2. Polo Jen is fourth. 2 more, and we get Shilling inside of Tis Now. Then it's Magic Alice and 5 lengths back to Keystone XL. 5/16 of a mile left to travel as they head for the far turn. Caviar Brooklyn, Del S. Miller has her relaxed on the lead. She now shows it by a length and a half. Good Time Alley was able to drop into the pocket second. Tis Now ranging up uncovered from third. She's Elegant shuffled back and hemmed in fourth, followed by Magic Alice, Polo Jen, and Shilling. 129-1. Moving through the far turn, and Good Time Alley pops out of the pocket to take on Caviar Brooklyn in the final 8th mile, followed by She's Elegant, Tis Now, Magic Alice trying to come with a rally on the far outside as Good Time Alley blows right on by Caviar Brooklyn and opens up under urging. It's Good Time Alley to win it, drawing clear. Caviar Brooklyn to hold second. Looks like Tis Now gets up for third. Bucky Trout, the winning trainer, and Jeff Falk guides her to victory. She's a freshman daughter of Mark Jonathan from Katie Be Good by Concord. This is her first career win, 159 for Good Time Alley. Tries. One is the Homestock Farms, Striker Action, and Jeff Nysonger. 2 Lore Bob is owned by Walters and Norman, Dave Myers. 3 Georgia Pines owned by Crimson Lane with Jeff Falk. Mrs. Miss Ann is the 4th. She's owned by Boer, Langston, Boer, and Amanier. Jack Daly's up. 5 is Ask Me About It, owned by Parker and Berger, Brad Miller. 6 Royal Sugar is owned by Melsheimer and Stubbs, Dave Rankin. Love Falls is the 7, owned by Townsend and Beechler, Chip Noble. 8 is Sox Hanover, owned by the T. Cody Trust, Del S. Miller. 9 Action Photos, owned by Barry Conrad and Harold Schnaut, Dan Noble. And the 10, Beat the Yank, is owned by the Whippoorwill Stable, Bill Irvin. Post time in 6 minutes. Third race trotting field. There they go. They are off to a scattered beginning. Lore Bob from the inside showing good early foot. Mrs. Miss Ann will settle away just in behind her, followed by the filly Georgia Pines at the pylons in third. Trotting up from fourth is Love Falls, followed by Royal Sugar. Striker Action is next by 3. Then we get Sox Hanover going better than Ask Me About It. Beat the Yank, and Action Photos drops away to last as they move to the head of the stretch for the first time. Lore Bob leads it. Love Falls is up on the outside to press the issue early on, followed by Mrs. Miss Ann and Georgia Pines, 29-1 for the opening quarter as they trot by the stands for the first time. And Love Falls now goes on by to take the lead from Lore Bob. Mrs. Miss Ann is third, gap of 3. Georgia Pines is fourth by the same. Royal Sugar is next. Striker Action is hustled to the outside. Then it's Sox Hanover, followed next by Ask Me About It. Beat the Yank is off the pylons, and Action Photos is content to trail. Moving around the turn, half-mile pole bound. It's Love Falls controlling the tempo now, reaching the half in 59 seconds flat. Love Falls by a length and a quarter. Lore Bob is sitting the 2-hole. Mrs. Miss Ann is third, followed by Georgia Pine. She is now starting up first over on the outside fourth. 3 lengths back in fifth position, we get Royal Sugar, followed next by the veteran Striker Action. And then it's Sox Hanover is 2 clear of Ask Me About It. Action Photos is 5 lengths clear of a troubled Beat the Yank as they go to 3/4. And Georgia Pines brushes to the lead. Love Falls is dropped away, followed by Mrs. Miss Ann, who rallies from off the pylons. And then it's Royal Sugar. Lore Bob needs racing room, 129-2. Moving around to the top of the stretch, and Georgia Pines quickly builds up a 5-length advantage on Mrs. Miss Ann in second. Royal Sugar's on the outside, followed by Love Falls. Lore Bob finally shakes free, but he's got 10 lengths to make up on Georgia Pines, who's looking good in the final 16th. She is trotting clear. They're not even going to get close to her. Georgia Pines is going to win this one easily. Lore Bob gets up for second. Then it's Royal Sugar for third. And heading back to the winner's circle, it's the Indiana Invader, Georgia Pines. She's a sophomore daughter of Pine Chip from To Sooner to Better by Meadow Road. Owned by Crimson Lane of Anderson, Indiana, trained by Ross Turley with Jeff Foud with back-to-back wins. And Georgia Pines scores here in 1:59-4. Here they are for the fourth. One huge success owned by Emerald Highlands Farm, Breckler and Mogan, Chip Noble. 2 Robert McCoy's Born to Fly, Jeff Nysonger. 3 is 2 Bills owned by William Kale, Brett Miller. 4 Pharaoh K owned by Bob Key, Del S. Miller. 5, He's a Big Guys owned by Mark Rowe, Matt Rowe, and David J. Miller, Jeff out. 6 Nuke Me Baby is owned by Catherine Ann Shail, Dave Setzer out. 7 is The Grinch, owned by Lamb, and Lamb, Randy Tharps. 8 is Willie's Kid, owned by Philip Cohen with Bill Irvin. And the 9, Magnificent, is owned by Harry and Iris Horowitz, Debbie Ruckers, 7 minutes. Racers are lined up for the start of tonight's 4th race at Scioto Downs. There they go. They're off. Born to Fly and Magnificent both the way to a slow beginning. It's Willie's Kid from the outside, charging right out to take command and opening up by 3 lengths as they enter the far turn. 2 Bills comes away in second. The Grinch will look to tuck in third. Length and a half farther back to the favorite, Huge Success, fourth, and now 5.5 lengths off the lead. Then a gap of 2 more to Born to Fly, followed by Nuke Me Baby. Then we get Pharaoh K, who's off the pylons, and then it's Magnificent inside if He's a Big Guy as they move around to the top of the stretch for the first time and going off stride while attempting to take over the lead. That is 2 Bills, 28-4 for the opening quarter as they pass the stands, and that leaves it up to Huge Success. He just goes right on by Willie's Kid and takes command as they approach the clubhouse turn. The Grinch is back to third. 2 Bills regains his composure, but he's parked out on the outside from fourth. Born to Fly along the pylons is fifth. Nuke Me Baby is driven to the outside in sixth position as they round the turn. Then a gap of 2 lengths farther back to Pharaoh K, followed by He's a Big Guy and Magnificent trails 58-3 for halftime. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, it's now 2-5 favorite Huge Success on the front end. Huge Success leads the way by 2. Willie's Kid is racing in second. 2 Bills is now a closer third on the outside as he tries to get a second win. The Grinch is back to fourth. Riding cover Nuke Me Baby is fifth and 4 lengths off the lead. Followed by Born to Fly, Pharaoh K looks to mount a rally, followed by Magnificent and a troubled He's a Big Guy. Huge Success ups it a notch, kicks away by 4, 128-1. Midway through the far turn, and it's Huge Success pouring it on out there. He leads by 7. 2 Bills is racing in second by 3 lengths, followed by the Grinch, Willie's Kid, and Nuke Me Baby. 3, but they'll really have to pick it up to catch huge success in here. He's in front by 7 lengths. Two Bills is much the best of the rest, but huge success is winning this one. Pacing strong to the wire, 1:55 and 4. Taking the inland route, finishing second was Two Bills, followed by the Grinch. This one impressively in 1:55 and 4, pacing a last quarter in 27 and 3 for Emerald Highlands Farm, Breckler and Mogan. Scott Mogan is the winning trainer, and Chip Noble pilots him to victory. Huge success is a 2-year-old Jenna's Beach Boy colt out of the Jade Lobel mare, Loving Success. He keys a 1-3 exacta that returns $6.20 and a 1-3-7 try that comes back $19.60. Here they are. Number 1 is Sturdy Yellow, owned by Edward Vermeil with David Myers. Two Bits and Pieces, owned by Dean Fraker. Chip Noble's up. 3 Garcia Parra is owned by Marty Lavelle with Jeff Fout. 4 Malabar Chip is owned by Henry and Sally Jasevchik, Mark Evers. 5 Golden Lane is in release to Bob Key and John Glessman. Del Esmiller is up. 6 Beat the World is owned by the Whippoorwill Stable with Bill Irvin. 7 Magical Misty is owned by Linda Rankin and Scott Rankin. Dave Rankin is up. Number 8 is the mare Autumn Message. She's owned by Kelly and Junked, Jeff Smith. 9 Worthy Chaplain, owned by Bill Farris with Randy Tharbs. 10 is Full Circle, owned by Rick and Regina Beinauer. Brett Miller drives. Post time 6 minutes. Ella's off stride, and very, very far behind is the 7 Magical Misty after a break. Also off stride, the 6 Beat the World there. Worthy Chaplain from the outside crosses over and kicks away by 3 lengths early on. Garcia Parra will come away in the second spot. Hung out in third is Golden Lane. Bits and Pieces from the pylons is fourth by 2.5. Then we get Malabar Chip in fifth position. Full Circle is next, followed by the mare Autumn Message, and then much farther back to the breakers, Magical Misty, Beat the World, and Sturdy Ella. They wheel by the opening quarter, 29 4/5, passing the stands for the first time, and with an early move, Garcia Parra pulls on Worthy Chaplain and goes right on by to take the lead. It's a gap of 3 lengths back. Golden Lane is third. We lost another one. Bits and Pieces is off stride, and Malabar Chip now takes her position in fourth. Full Circle is fifth, 8 off the lead, followed by Autumn Message, Magical Misty. Then it's Bits and Pieces, who is well clear of Sturdy Ella, Beat the World, and trailing the field much farther back as they round the clubhouse turn. On their way to halftime, it's Garcia Parra in 101 3 out of the turn down the backstretch. Garcia Parra, but Malabar Chip is coming with a first over move on the outside. There goes Malabar Chip up to flank the tempo setter as they race down the backstretch. Worthy Chaplain is locked up in the box third, second over. Full Circle comes into contention on the outside in fourth, followed by Autumn Message. Outside of Golden Lane, they're fifth and sixth, and then it's much farther back to Magical Misty, followed by Sturdy Ella, Bits and Pieces, and Beat the World. Just went on another break. 132 flat midway around the far turn, and it's Garcia Parra leading it by 1.25 lengths. Worthy Chaplain is second. Malabar Chip is trying to hold his ground. He never posed a serious threat. Full Circle's up 3 wide, followed by Golden Lane way down the rail. And Autumn Message is in behind a wall of horses as Garcia Parra takes him down the stretch with a 2-length lead. Worthy Chaplain is out for the drive. Golden Lane has made headway along the rail, but Garcia Parra is victorious. It's a 2-length win over Worthy Chaplain and Golden Lane, 202 and 1. Heading back to the winner's circle, Garcia Parra, 3-year-old Valley Victory from Super Dreamer by Super Gill, owned by Marty Lavelle, trained by Todd Christie. That's a triple tonight for Jeff Fout. 202 and 1 for Garcia Parra. First division of the Hickory Lane Farm Series, 7th leg. 1 is Eddie Rocket, owned by Sam Noble Jr. Chip Noble drives. 2 Scattered Showers, owned by William Webb, Jeff Out. 3 O'Shade is owned by Breidenbach, Diamond Chip Stable, and Scott Mogan, Brett Miller. 4 Call Me Jade is owned by the Oldfield Farm, Randy Tharps. Up front, Richie is the 5, owned by Ed Mullinax, Mark Maynard, Jamie Dunlap. 6 is Sterling Brook Farms, Royal Command, and Del S. Miller. And the 7, Best of Keene, is owned by William and Elizabeth Keene, Jeff Nysonger. 7 minutes. Lined up for the Hickory Lane Farm Series division. There they go. They're off. Up front, Richie from out in the center. There goes Eddie Rocket from the inside. Scattered Showers will settle away off the pace and is followed by O'Shade. Then it's Call Me Jade, Royal Command, and Best of Keene trails the field as they move midway around the far turn. And up front, Richie went off stride while bidding for the lead, and that leaves it all up to Eddie Rocket. Eddie Rocket by a length and a quarter. Up front, Richie back on gate but hung out in second, followed by Scattered Showers, O'Shade, and Call Me Jade. 27-3 for the first quarter as they come by the stands for the first time, and it's Eddie Rocket with control of the racetrack by just over 1. Up front, Richie hung for the duration in second. Scattered Showers with the rail ride in third. 2 back to O'Shade in fourth. Call Me Jade is next in line. Royal Command is starting up on the outside, and he'll bring Best of Keene with him as they round the clubhouse turn, half-mile pole bound. 1-5 favorite Eddie Rocket is on the lead. It's Eddie Rocket by a length and a quarter. Scattered Showers is second. Circling around cover, Royal Command is charging up on the outside third, followed by O'Shade. Best of Keene is underway from the back of the pack. He comes into the action now second over, and then we get Call Me Jade and 3 lengths back to a troubled up front Richie. They reach the half in 56-4. Midway through the backstretch, Eddie Rocket is taking mild pressure now from Royal Command on the outside. Scattered Showers remains a ground-saving third. Best of Keene is well-placed second over in fourth, followed by O'Shade and Call Me Jade in 125-4. Moving around to the top of the stretch, and Eddie Rocket gives Royal Command the cold shoulder and opens up by 2 lengths. Scattered Showers having trouble keeping up. O'Shade finally shakes free. Best of Keene drops out of contention as Eddie Rocket opens it up to 5 in the final 8th mile. Royal Command trying to hold second, followed by Call Me Jade, who finds an opening at the inside. O'Shade on the outside. Eddie Rocket shortening up, but he'll win it easily. Finishing second was Royal Command over Call Me Jade, 155. Back to the winner's circle, it's Eddie Rocket. His record is now 7 for 8 lifetime with this win in 155. Is owned and trained by Sam Noble Jr. Chip Noble scores another victory tonight. Eddie Rocket's a 2-year-old Pacific Rocket from Arts Treasure by Arts Place. Here they are for the 7th. One is Jesse Hart, owned by Connie Messler, Trent Tharps. 2, the Jack Bull is owned by Arthur McCrae, Jack Daly. 3, Urbane is owned by Henry and Sally Jasevchik, Mark Evers. 4, Sam's Ryan is owned by Davis Gray and Arnold, Randy Tharps. 5 is Move Over, owned by James Goodman, Jamie Dunlap. 6, Falkirk is owned by Robertson Smith, Brett Miller. 7 is Ralph the King, and released to Lori Nessaru with Jeff Collins, and the 8 is Miami Dolphin, owned by Alice Kidd with Chip Noble. 7 minutes. They're off. Urbane is trying for the lead. The Jack Bull presses him from the inside. Move Over joins the fray from 3 deep, followed by Jesse Hart from the pylons in 4th position. Ralph the King parked out in 5th. Sam's Ryan takes a seat in 6th. This 2 lengths clear of Miami Dolphin, and much farther back to Falkirk, who trails the field. But winning the early fight for command, it's Urbane. Mark Evers has him on top by 2 lengths as they wheel by the opening quarter, with the Jack Bull pocketed in 27 seconds flat. Passing the stands, it is Urbane up top. Urbane by a length and a half. The Jack Bull is second. Taking a seat in third is Move Over, a gap of 2. Jesse Hart is fourth. Ralph the King is fifth, 8 lengths off the lead, followed by Sam's Ryan, Miami Dolphin, and much farther back to Falkirk as they race around the clubhouse turn, bound for the half-mile pole. Urbane is dictating the pace once again this week. It's Urbane by just over 1 length. The Jack Bull is riding his coattails in second. Move Over is flushed out first over on the rim from third, followed by Jesse Hart, a tighter fourth. Sam's Ryan moves up with live cover 5th. Ralph the King is 6th. Miami Dolphin 3rd over and 7th, and much further back to Falkirk, 57-3 for halftime. Racing down the backstretch, it's Urbane on top. Urbane by a length and a quarter. Move Over is inching up on the outside. Second, the Jack Bull remains a ground-saving third. Jesse Hart along the inside is now overtaken by Sam's Ryan, who is second over and fourth. Third over on the outside is Miami Dolphin, 3/4, 126-4. Midway around the far turn, Urbane taking heavy pressure from Move Over. Sam's Ryan is sent up 3 wide off cover. The Jack Bull's yet to be heard from. He'll try to slide up the passing lane, followed by Miami Dolphin on the far outside as they come after Urbane in the final 8th mile. Sam's Ryan charging down the center, followed by the Jack Bull. Miami Dolphin with late kick. The Jack Bull's off stride. Sam's Ryan leads it. Miami Dolphin on the outside. Sam's Ryan holds on to win it. Miami Dolphin a late closing second. Move Over was third, 156-4. 60 gets Sam's Ryan back to the winner's circle for the second time this season. A 3-year-old Cam's Magic Trick gelding from Gwynnie Pooh by Noble and Sam. Owned by the partnership of Davis, Gray, and Arnold, trained by Brandon Piggott, and driven to victory by Randy Tharps. Owned by Robert Davis, Jack Daly is up. 2 KB's Pete is owned by Pamela Hanauer with Trent Tharps. 3 is Record Season, owned by Harold Arthur Rain with Dan Noble. 4 Mode to Mr. Rack is owned by Heath and Craig Parker, Sean Mayhew. 5 Sharp Gizmo is owned by William Webb, Jeff Found is up. 6 Noble Max owned by Edwin Ellis with Randy Tharps. 7 is Arnie Aliff's She's a Sodbuster and Jack Franklin, and the 8 LS Purse Snatcher owned by Eddie Blair with Jeff Nysonger. 7 minutes. They're off. Record Season leaves along with Sharp Gizmo from the center, followed by Mo 2 Mr. Rack, and LS Purse Snatcher in early contention on the far outside is chased along early on by Jeff Nysonger. Laney's Flight is 5th by a length and a quarter. Then it's Noble Max, KB's Pete. She's a Sodbuster trails the field as Record Season establishes a 2-length lead early on. From Sharp Gizmo on the outside, along the rail, it's Mo 2 Mr. Rack. Then we get LS Purse Snatcher, who's able to tuck away in 4th, and then it's Laney's Flight, followed by Noble Max, KB's Pete, and She's a Sodbuster. They're in line now, 27-1 for the opening quarter as they pass the stands for the first time, and Record Season is now setting the pace for Dan Noble. It's a length and a half on Sharp Gizmo, follows along in second. Mo 2 Mr. Rack sitting in third. LS Purse Snatcher is fourth. First to pull is Laney's Flight. Noble Max will move with that cover, and then we get KB's Pete third over to the trailer. She's a Sodbuster rounding the clubhouse turn. Record Season is putting up the fractions. Record Season by just over 1. Sharp Gizmo is racing in second. The half goes a very soft 59. 31-4 in the second quarter for Record Season, and now Dan Noble lets it out a notch and he opens up by 2.5 lengths. Laney's Flight is working his way up on the outside in second, followed along the rail by Sharp Gizmo third. 2 back Mo 2 Mr. Rack with clearance in fourth and now edges off the pylons. LS Purse Snatcher draws a closer fifth, and then we get KB's Pete. She's a Sodbuster and a laboring Noble Max. It's Record Season by 3/4 in 128-2. Around the far turn, Record Season leads the way by a half length, but here comes Laney's Flight on the outside to force the issue, and Laney's Flight is already getting to a very weary Record Season. Followed along the inside as they turn down the stretch by Sharp Gizmo, and they come through the final 8th mile. Laney's Flight down the inside. Record Season, LS Purse Snatcher trying to slide up the pylons, but Record Season with something left comes home a 1-length winner. Finishing second was LS Purse Snatcher over Laney's Flight, 159. Into the winner's circle, Record Season, a 7-year-old Dragon's Lair from seasons past by Brett Hanover, owned by Harold Arthur Rain, trained by Laverne Gales II. That's a second straight victory for Record Season. This time, Dan Noble pilots him to a win. It's his 7th on the season. On the track for the 9th, Exactus tries late double wagering. The 1 is out. The 2 is Rosie Score. She's owned by Sanders and Eblin, Jamie Dunlap. 3 is Son of Edna, owned by Larrabee and Tainer. Jim Larrabee drives. 4 quickly took over, is owned by Elizabeth Brand, David Myers. 5 is Obi Banker, on Mahushang Moment, poor Randy Tharps. 6 Inquire Within, leased by Kenny Edwards. Brett Miller is aboard. 7 Hello Papa is owned by Almond and Collins, Dean Collins. 8 is DJ Strikes, owned by Gene McKee with Dallas Miller. 9 is the Homestock Farms, Pine Road, and Jeff Nysonger. And the 10 is Hoot Pocket Change, owned by Alan Swaney Jr. with Rick Heitman. 6 9th race field is in the backstretch. Going off stride, the 2 Rosie Score, well off the gate, are both Hoot Pocket Change and Son of Edna. Very scattered beginning as they leave the gate. O.B. Banker goes out to take the lead and opens up by 2.5 lengths early on. From Quickly took over in second. Inquire Within looks to back off the tempo in third, already 5 lengths off the lead. And then we get DJ Strikes, followed by Hello Papa. Rosie Score recovers, is about 10 lengths in arrears to this stage. Then 2 lengths back to the slow starter Son of Edna, and he is 3 lengths clear of Hoot Pocket Change. And they are well strung out as O.B. Banker is on an open lead in 28-1. Passing the stands for the first time, O.B. Banker by a 3.5 length margin. From Quickly took over, the closest pursuer in second. Racing in third position is Inquire Within, followed by DJ Strikes in fourth. Gap of 2. Hello Papa is fifth. Rosie Score is sixth. Son of Edna is seventh, and Hoot Pocket Change is eighth. They're single filed, but most gaps are closed as they round the clubhouse turn. And Randy Tharps has O.B. Banker settled down on the front end. He's leading it by 2 lengths. Quickly took over his second, and Brett Miller sends Inquire Within first over on the rim. The half goes in 59-1. Along the pylons, DJ Strikes is fourth, but will look to move out and grab the cover of Inquire Within. 3 lengths farther back to Hello Papa, stagnant fifth. Inside of Rosie Score, who tries to pick it up from 6, but still has 7 to make up. And then we get Hoot Pocket Change and Son of Edna trails, heading for the far turn. And it's Inquire Within chipping away at O.B. Banker, has the nose in front, but O.B. Banker is countering from the inside. 129-1. Midway around the far turn, O.B. Banker in a game effort draws back out to lead by 3/4. Inquire Within is giving way. DJ Strikes is up 3 wide, followed by Quickly Took Over, who's been saving all the ground. Hello Papa and Rosie Score, and they're in the stretch. And it's O.B. Banker trying to go all the way. Quickly Took Over is closing down along the inside. Hello Papa with late kick, followed by Inquire Within. DJ Strikes on the far outside, and it's going to be Quickly Took Over getting up for the win. Hello Papa to go second. O.B. Banker a weary third, 2 minutes and 2. Morris Stride by Coleman Lobel, owned by Elizabeth Brand, trained and driven by David Myers in 2 minutes and 2. Four-7 exact to 779 even. Try 475 1,778.80. Number 1 is April Rush, owned by Thomas Martin with Jay Veach. To Mindy Skirt is owned by Richard Stevens and Sal Nocera. Brett Miller's up. 3 Shocking Magic, owned by Neil Long and Al Long, Jeff Smith. 4 Patty again is owned by William Meador with Jack Daly. 5 is Larry Roberts, Big Nature, and Jeff Fount. 6 Abstruse Hanover is owned by Davino, Holton, Burns, and Millar, Jeff Nysonger. 7 is Sam Blaze is owned by James Brown Jr. with Dallas Miller. 8 Lobes Player is owned by Charlie Little and Joyce Wagner. Charlie Little drives. 9 Candy Connection, owned by Harry Nancy and Todd Kurtner, Ralph Lunsford, and the 10 is Arturo's Crush, owned by Mike Havens and Ronald Bates, Randy Tharps. Post time. 10th race field lined up in the backstretch, and they are nearing the start. They're off quick beginning for Jeff Fout and Big Nature from between horses. They go right out to take the lead, but will be pressed early on by Abstruse Hanover on the outside. Followed by Mindy Skirt along the pylons in third. Next on the outside, Loeb's Player is fourth. Shocking Magic is fifth by 2. And then we get Patty again inside of Candy Connection. They are then followed by April Rush. Then it's Arturo's Crush. And Sam Blazes is the trailer as Abstruse Hanover settles away in behind the early pace setter Big Nature as they go by the quarter in 29 3/5. It's Big Nature, but that one is joined by Loeb's Player on the outside. Loeb's Player is going to try to inch up and challenge for the lead, but probably won't clear as they approach the clubhouse turn. Abstruse Hanover is back to third. Mindy Skirt is fourth by 2.5. Shocking Magic is 3 farther back in fifth position. And then we get Patty again inside of Arturo's Crush. Then it's April Rush racing outside of Candy Connection. And the back marker to this stage is Sam Blazes as they wheel by the half in 59 2/5 seconds. Out of the turn and down the backstretch, Big Nature is controlling the pace in here. Abstruse Hanover's hot on her heels in second. Loeb's Player is laboring after the long mile in third, followed by Mindy Skirt and up close fourth with nowhere to go. Next in line we have Shocking Magic. Underway it's Arturo's Crush looking to loop around Loeb's Player. April Rush looks to rally from the back of the pack. She's got 4 to make up. And then we get Patty again, Candy Connection, and Sam Blazes as they stack up in behind Big Nature, 1:30 3. Moving around the far turn, Big Nature by a length. April Rush is steadily gaining ground in the center of the course. Loeb's Player is in between horses, followed along the inside by Abstruse Hanover. Mindy Skirt looking for racing room as the field bends off the turn and comes down the stretch. April Rush on the outside breezes to the lead. Big Nature couldn't go with her, followed by Mindy Skirt who finally shakes free. It's going to be April Rush, Mindy Skirt closing, April Rush in the nightcap. Mindy Skirt up second, followed by Shocking Magic. Photo for fourth between Big Nature and Abstruse Hanover, 2:01 and 2. 120, the late daily double. 4 and 1, 129 even, and 3 of 3 in the pick 3, 310.60. Into the winner's circle, it's April Rush, pulling off a mild upset for Thomas Martin. Jay Veach, the trainer-driver. April Rush scores her first victory in 2:01 and 2. She's a 2-year-old perfect art filly from Maggie Simpson by Simcoe Hanover. Here's your rundown. April Rush, the winner. Mindy Skirt, second. Shocking Magic finished third. Patty again was seventh. Big Nature, fourth. Abstruse Hanover, fifth. Sam Blazes, 10th. Loeb's Player, sixth. Candy Connection, ninth. And Arturo's Crush was eighth. Your rundown for the 10th race, 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, 5, 10, 6, 9, 8. Don't forget to join us this Monday, September 2nd. Special matinee of harness racing and all our